Hello! I am Teacher Aubrey and welcome back to my channel. Kung bago ka sa channel ko, I offer here video lessons for you to improve your English speaking, writing, and communication skills. Kaya naman kung interesado ka sa mga ganyang uri ng videos, iniimbitahan kita na mag-subscribe. At huwag mo na kalimutan i-ring ang ating notification bell para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod nating video lessons. In today's lesson, tatalakayin natin ang isa sa highly requested topics mula sa ating YouTube online learners. Ito ang kanilang matagal nang nire-request at talaga namang excited akong i-share dahil marami ang nalilito sa ating different verb tenses. Yes, we are going to discuss today the 12 verb tenses. At sa video na ito, tatalakayin ko yung pinaka-basic. Yes, the most basic of those 12 verb tenses, but I promise to make single video for each of the tense. Okay? At sa gagawin kong video na yon, mas tatalakayin ko isa-isa yung bawat tense. But in today's video, lahat ng 12 yon ay matatalakay natin yung pinaka-basic elements nila. I'm excited to share this with you. What are we waiting for? Let's begin. Bago tayo mag-umpisa, mayroon tayong chart dito on the board to show the 12 tenses. We have 3 times, mayroon tayong present, past, and future. Okay? Mayroon tayong present, past, and future. At mayroon din naman tayong 4 na aspects. Okay? Ano yung 4 na aspects? We have the simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. At kapag pinagsama natin yung 3 times, at 4 na aspect, ay mabubuo ang 12 or 12 tenses of the verb. Ano nga ba sila? Tingnan natin. For the present tense, we have 4. We have present simple, we have present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. For the past, we have past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. And for the future, we have future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Firstly, let us discuss the present simple. May sinusunod tayong formula para makapagsulat tayo using this tense or the present simple. The form that we follow is, firstly, we must have the subject plus the verb. At yung verb natin for the present simple ay dapat nasa present tense dahil present nga siya. Kasalukuyang nangyayari or yung tinatawag nating V1. We have verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3. For the V1, those are the present tenses of the verb. For the V2, that is for the past tense. And for the V3, yun yung tinatawag nating past participle. Okay? For example, we have, for the V1, eat. For the V2, we have ate. And for the V3, or the past participle, that is eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. Okay? Yun po yung tinatawag na V1, V2, and V3. Let's have here the examples for the present simple. Yung karaniwang pinagagamitan for the habits and routines. Pag sinabing habits or routines, yung mga kilos na laging ginagawa. Or bahagi na siya ng pang-araw-araw na buhay, palaging ginagawa. Okay? The second one na laging ginagamitan ng present simple is for the facts. Pag sinabing facts, yung mga impormasyon na totoo or facts. Let's have example for habits and routines. Let us read. Repeat after me. I drink milk every night. I drink milk every night. Umiinom ako ng gatas tuwing gabi. So, paano natin nasabing habits and routines to? Dahil gumamit ng time expression na every night or tuwing gabi. Ibig sabihin, araw-araw tuwing sasapit ang gabi, ako ay umiinom ng gatas. Kaya naman ang ginamit dito na verb ay present simple, which is drink. Okay? Drink. Next, dito naman tayo sa facts. Ang example natin ay Steph works as a teacher. Steph works as a teacher. Si Steph ay nagtatrabaho bilang isang guro. Ito ay halimbawa ng tinatawag nating facts or isang impormasyon na totoo. Dahil si Steph talaga ay nagtatrabaho bilang isang guro. Hindi na natin mababago yun dahil yun yung fact. Okay? Ang ginamit natin ritong verb na present simple ay works. Works. Anong mapapansin ninyo? Dito, sa unang halimbawa for the habits and routines, ang ginamit nating verb ay drink, walang S. Dahil ang subject natin ay I. Tandaan na ang subject na I or you, bagaman isa lang yan, pero kasama yan sa tinatawag nating exemption to the rule sa ating English grammar na laging ginagamitan ng plural na verb. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng lagyan ng S ang drink. Pero, dito naman, sa example na Steph works as a teacher, yung verb natin na work ay may S, which is works, dahil ang ating subject ay singular, Steph. Laging tandaan na kapag ang subject ay I, you, we, they, o anumang plural na subject, ang ating verb in present simple ay hindi nilalagyan ng S, or tinatawag lang nating base form. On the other hand, kapag naman ang inyong subject for the present simple ay he, she, it, o anumang singular o isa lamang na subject, ang verb dapat in present simple ay nilalagyan ng S. Here are some more examples for our present simple. Unahin natin for the habits and routines. The first one I gave you is, I drink milk every night. Umiinom ako ng gatas tuwing gabi. That is a routine. That is a habit. Next, number 2, Faye, a singular subject. So, ang ginamit natin ay goes. Okay? Goes. Faye goes to the church on Sundays. Ibig sabihin, Sundays, lahat ng Sundays, ginagawa niya yun. Palagi, tuwing linggo. So, that is a routine. And lastly, we have learners always read after class. Gumamit tayo rito ng always. So, pag sinabing always, that is palagi, lagi, araw-araw, laging ginagawa. So, dahil ang ating subject rito ay learners, plural subject, ang ginamit nating present simple na verb ay read, walang S. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the examples for the facts. Balikan natin yung binigay ko kanina. Steph works as a teacher. Steph is a singular noun, kaya naman ang ginamit nating verb ay works with S. That is a fact. Isang katotohanan na si Steph ay isang guro, nagtatrabaho bilang guro. Another example is you sing very well. You sing very well. That is a fact. And last example we have is sun rises in the east. Sun rises in the east. Okay? So, isang fact or katotohanan na hindi natin maaaring mabago dahil yun ay katotohanan na ang araw ay nag-rise sa east. Okay? Those are the examples for the present simple tense. Next, let us discuss the present continuous. For the present continuous, ang form na sinusunod natin, firstly, dapat mayroon tayong subject, then am, is, or are, plus the ing form of the verb, or the verb with the ing at the last part. Ngayon, Teacher Aubrey, saan po ba ginagamit ang am, is, are? Ito yung mga pinagagamitan ng am, is, are. Ang am, lagi lang natin siya ginagamit kapag ang subject ay I. Okay? I am. I am. Ang is naman ay ginagamit kung ang subject ay he, she, or it, o anumang singular na noun. At ang are naman ay ginagamit kung ang subject ay you, we, or they, o anumang plural na subject. Let's have examples at alamin natin saan nga ba kinagamit ang present continuous. Mayroon tayong tatlong pinaggagamitan. Ang una ay for the actions happening now or at the time of speaking. O yung mga kilos na nangyayari ngayon mismo. O habang nagsasalita yung speaker. Kasalukuyang nangyayari yung kilos. Ano yung mga halimbawa? The first one we have is I. Dahil ang subject ay I, ang ginamit natin ay am. I am teaching lesson right now. Kasalukuyan kong ginagawa itong pagtuturo habang ako ay nagsasalita. Kaya naman ang ginamit ay present continuous. Kasalukuyan kong ginagawa ang pagtuturo ng lesson o ng aralin ngayon habang ako ay nagsasalita. I am teaching lesson right now. Ang root word natin sa verb na teaching ay teach at dinagdagan natin ng ing. Kaya siya naging ing form of the verb or yung tinatawag nating verb plus ing. Teaching. Ginagamit yung ing form of the verb lagi for the continuous. Okay? Another example we have is we are eating dinner. Ibig sabihin, tayo, habang kasalukuyang sinasabi itong we are eating dinner, ay kasalukuyan din ngayon kumakain tayo ng hapunan or ng dinner. Okay? Kilos na nangyayari ngayon. We are eating dinner. And last example is, it is raining outside. Sabihin natin lumabas ako ngayon at nakita ko na umuulan. Ang tamang tense na gagamitin dahil kasalukuyang umuulan ngayon mismo habang nagsasalita ako, ang dapat gamiting tense ay present continuous. Kaya naman sinabi natin, it is raining outside. The pronoun it pertains to the rain. Okay? Tumutukoy dun sa rain. Dahil singular ang it, ang ginamit natin ay is. It is plus the verb with ing. It is raining outside. The second use of the present continuous is for the temporary activities. Pag sinabi natin temporary activities, yun yung mga gawain na panandalian lamang na nagaganap or nangyayari. Maaaring nangyayari siya ngayon or ilang araw, ilang linggo, pero may katapusan. Okay? Ano ba yung mga halimbawa? Let's have the first example. Sheen. Sheen is a singular subject, kaya ang gagamitin ay is. She is learn. The base form of the verb is learn plus ing, kaya learning. Sheen is learning to play the piano. Ibig sabihin, temporary lang na nangyayari. Temporary na pinag-aaralan ni Sheen yung piano at kapag natutunan na niya, hindi niya na pag-aaralan pa. That is a temporary activity. Okay? Next, I am watching the movie at the moment. Ito ay isang halimbawa rin ng temporary activity dahil kapag natapos, maaaring mag-last lang yung movie for 2 hours. Ganun ang karaniwang haba ng mga pelikula. Pag natapos yung 2 hours na yon, that's just temporary. Tapos na yung panonood ko ng pelikula. Okay? And the last example is my mom. My mom is staying with us for a couple of days. So that is just a temporary activity na nagsistay ang nanay ko or ang mommy ko sa amin, sa bahay namin for just a couple of days. Maaring paglipas ng 3 araw, 4 na araw, 5 araw, tapos na. That is just temporary. Okay? The second use of present continuous is for temporary activities. And let's proceed to the last and third use of the present continuous. The third use of the present continuous is for changes taking place now o mga pagbabago na nangyayari ngayon mismo. Okay? Let's have the examples. The first one is TikTok. Are you familiar with TikTok? I'm sure you are. TikTok videos, okay? Yung mga videos sa TikTok. TikTok videos are becoming very popular these days. That is a change that takes place right now, di ba? Ngayong panahon to, usong-uso yung mga videos sa TikTok. Merong mga nakakaaliw na video, merong mga educational, merong nakakainis, no? Pero dun tayo, mag-focus tayo panoorin yung mga educational at entertaining videos na healthy for our minds, okay? TikTok videos are becoming very popular these days. Next example is the price of meat is increasing. O diba? Yung mga nanay na namamalengke, parang ayaw nang mamalengke sa mahal ng bilihin, lalo na ng baboy or ng meat. So, that is a change that is taking place now. Diba? Kasalukuyang nangyayari yan ang pagtaas ng mga bilihin. Magkano ang kilo ng baboy ngayon? Nasa 400 plus, diba? So, that's it. The price of meat is increasing. Lastly, we have experts say that the earth is getting warmer. Okay? It's getting warmer. That is a change that takes place right now. Nangyayari yan ngayon, di ba? Dahil nga sa tinatawag natin, global warming. So again, those are the three uses of our present continuous tense. The next one, let us discuss the past simple. The form that we follow, ang sinusundan nating format or formula to formulate a past simple tense of the verb is this. Firstly, we must have the subject, followed by the verb, and the verb must be in the past tense. Okay? Or in the past form, o yung tinatawag nating V2 or verb 2. Ginagamit natin ng past simple, simple lang for the completed actions in the past or para sa mga kilos na nakumpleto sa nakaraang panahon. Narito ang ating halimbawa. The first one, I played chess with my friends last Saturday. I played chess with my friends last Saturday. Karamihan sa ating mga verbs, para maging past tense or nasa format ng past, okay? Ang karaniwang ginagawa lang ay nagdadagdag tayo ng D or ED, such as this verb play. Nagdagdag tayo dito ng ED, kaya naging play. Karamihan ng verbs ay ganyan. Ang mga verbs na dinadagdagan lang natin ng D or ED ay tinatawag nating regular verbs, such as play, dance. Pero, tingnan natin itong ikalawang halimbawa. We have jommery. Jommery. And the past tense of the verb or V2 na ginamit natin dito ay gave. Jommery gave me a present for our anniversary. Pansinin natin dito na ang verb natin ay gave. The present tense of the verb gave is give. Pero hindi natin maaaring dagdagan lang ng D para maging gived. Walang ganong salita English. Okay? Kapag po ang verb ay kailangang baguhin ang spelling para mabago ang tense, tinatawag natin sila na irregular verbs. We have examples of irregular verbs. Firstly, we have give. Pag naging past tense or naging V2 na siya, it will become gave. Kaya gave ang ginamit natin. Dahil kailangan sa formula ng past simple, ang verb ay nasa V2 or past. That's why gave ang ginamit natin. And the past participle of gave is given. Other examples are build, built, built. Come, came, come. Marami po tayong irregular verbs, and I suggest that you search them over the internet or sa mga libro ng grammar books, at kailangang makabisado ninyo para whenever you will be using this tense of the verb, may idea kayo kung ang verb na yon ay regular or irregular. Here are some more examples of our past simple na ginagamit for completed actions in the past. Okay? O mga kilos na natapos sa nakaraang panahon. The first one I gave you is, I played chess with my friends last Saturday. So, natapos yan nung nakaraang Sabado. Kaya ginamitan natin ang past simple. Another one is, Jomari gave me a present for our anniversary. Natapos na yung aming anibersaryo at niregaluhan niya ako ng kung anumang regalo. He gave me a present. The third example is, we received the delivery this morning. So, this morning, ibig sabihin, kaninang umaga. Tapos na, kaninang umaga. So, ang ginamit natin ay received. Another example, my father built this house in 2001. So, dahil ngayon ay 2021 na, 20 years ago, ibig sabihin, tapos na yon, nangyari na sa nakaraan. Kaya ang ginamit natin ay past simple. Built. Take note, built is another example of an irregular verb. Okay? Dahil nabago yung kanyang spelling. And the last example is, Chris lived in Dubai for 2 years. So, tapos na, sa loob daw ng 2 taon, nanirahan si Chris sa Dubai. Kaya ang ginamit din natin ay lived. Mag-pause tayo saglit. Subukan nyo mag-isip ng mga halimbawa. I already gave 3 tenses. Subukan nyo mag-isip ng tigi-isang halimbawang sentence. Ilagay nyo sa comment section sa ibaba. The next is the past continuous. The formula that we are using to form this kind of tense of verb is this. Firstly, kailangan meron tayong subject plus was or where. Ginagamit ang was for singular. Where naman for plural. Tandaan natin, was is the past tense of is. And where is the past tense of are. Plus the verb in ing form or mayroong ing sa dulo, yung verb. Saan nga ba ginagamit ang past continuous? Ginagamit ang past continuous for unfinished, ongoing action in the past plus a finished action. So, ginagamit natin ang past continuous kapag may dalawang kilos. Ang unang kilos ay kapag may hindi pa tapos o ongoing, kasalukuyang nangyayari yung action sa nakaraan. At dinagdagan pa ng isang kilos na tapos na. Tingnan natin itong ating halimbawa. Repeat after me. Let's read. I was having dinner with my in-laws when the telephone rang. I was having dinner with my in-laws when the telephone rang. So, mayroon tayo diyang dalawang kilos. Ang una is, I was having dinner. Yung ikalawang kilos naman is yung when the telephone rang. Okay? Nung tumunog yung telepono. Tingnan natin itong timeline natin dito para mas maunawaan natin yung paggamit ng past continuous. Lahat ng kilos na narito ay nasa past. Itong nasa gitna, for the present. At yung narito, patungo sa future o sa hinaharap. So, dito tayo nagsimula. Somewhere here in the past. So, yung kilos na yun is, I was having dinner. Ibig sabihin, unfinished, ongoing, na kami ay naghahapunan kasama yung mga in-laws ko. Hindi pa tapos, okay? Kasalukuyang nangyayari sa nakaraan. I was having. At nung bago matapos yung dinner na yon, okay, sa nakaraan din, may nangyari na kilos na natapos, okay? Sa kalagitnaan ng kilos na habang kami ay naghahapunan kasama ng in-laws ko, habang kalagitnaan nun, sa nakaraang panahon, ang nangyari ay tumunog yung telepono or the telephone rang. At yung kilos na yon, when the telephone rang, that is just an action or a verb that happened in the past, natapos din sa nakaraan. Okay? So, tingnan pa natin itong ibang halimbawa. Let us have the second example. It was raining when Mayan left for work. Kulang ng tuldok. Left for work. Okay? It was raining when Mayan left for work. So, may dalawa tayong kilos dyan. Yung isa, unfinished or ongoing action in the past at yung isa naman ay finished action in the past. Tingnan natin itong ating timeline. In the past, nagsimula yung kilos na it was raining. Ongoing siya, kasalukuyang umuulan sa nakaraan. At nung kalagitnaan ng pag-ulan na yon, ano yung pangalawang kilos? Si Mayan ay nag-left for work. Okay? Umalis para magtrabaho. Okay? So the first action, it was raining. Kasalukuyang umuulan sa nakaraan. At nung kalagitnaan ng pag-ulan na yon ay umalis na si Mayan para magtrabaho. Pansinin natin, yung kanina sa unang halimbawa, for the subject I or pronoun I, ang ginamit natin ay was. Tingnan muna natin itong table dito. Kapag ang subject natin ay I, he, she, or it, or any singular na subject, ang ginagamit natin ay was. Kapag naman ang subject ay you, we, they, or ang pronoun na ginamit bilang subject ay you, we, they, o anumang plural na subject or noun, ang ginagamit natin ay were. Kaya rito ang ginamit ay was dahil ang subject ay it. Okay? Subukin pa natin tingnan itong isang halimbawa. Last example for the past continuous is this. The light went off while the kids were playing. The light went off while the kids were playing. Pansinin natin sa pangungusap na ito ay yung ating past continuous ay nasa huling bahagi ng pangungusap. Unlike the first two examples kanina, nasa unahan yung past continuous at nasa hulihan naman yung simple past. Sabi sa pangungusap, ang ilaw ay namatay habang naglalaro ang mga bata. Okay? Tingnan natin itong ating timeline. So, yung past continuous action, okay? The unfinished ongoing action in the past is kids were playing. Naglalaro. Kasalukuyang naglalaro sa nakaraang panahon ng mga bata. At kalagitnaan habang sila ay naglalaro, anong nangyari? Namatay yung ilaw. So again, those are the different examples for the past continuous. Nuulit ko, ginagamit ang past continuous for the unfinished, ongoing action in the past at may idinagdag pa na finished action. Before we proceed to the next tenses, let's have a short review of the first four tenses that I discussed, which are the present simple, the present continuous, past simple, and past continuous. Gumamit lang ako ng isang idea sa sentence na to para mas maunawaan ninyo yung pagkakaiba nila. For the first one, the present simple, the example I gave is, I drink chocolate drink every morning. So if we will look at the timeline, for the past, present, and future timeline, mapapansin natin na lahat ay occupied. Ibig sabihin, kapag sinabi natin present simple, lagi siyang ginagawa. Kaya lahat ng yan ay occupied sa ating timeline. That's why we have drink. Ginamitan natin ang present simple. The second one is for the present continuous. Pansinin natin sa timeline na nagsimula yung action in the present at nagpapatuloy. Okay? Nagpapatuloy. The example I have here is, I am drinking chocolate drink right now. Umiinom ako ng chocolate drink ngayon mismo na ako ay nagsasalita. The third one is the past simple. At the timeline here, mapapansin natin na yung past simple ay natapos lang sa nakaraan. Okay? Natapos lang sa nakaraan. The example we have here is, I drank chocolate drink yesterday. So, natapos siya kailan? Kahapon o yesterday. And the last one is for the past continuous. As we look at the timeline here, the past continuous may dalawang action. Okay? Yung dalawang action, yung una ay nagpapatuloy. Unfinished, ongoing action in the past. At sa kalagitnaan ng action na yun, natapos yung pangalawang kilos. Let's look at the sentence. I was drinking chocolate drink this morning. So, the past continuous action is, I was drinking. Ongoing yung pag-inom ko ng chocolate drink kaninang umaga. At habang sa kalagitnaan ng pag-inom ko ng chocolate drink, I got a telephone call from Zian. Okay? So, the second past action in that is, I got a telephone call from Zian. Again, you may pause this video for a while para mas maunawaan nyo itong pagkakaiba-iba nitong apat na unang tenses na tinalakay ko. This time, magpo-proceed na tayo sa ating perfect tenses. Unahin natin ang present perfect. Let's continue with our present perfect. Ngayon, narito tayo sa ating perfect tenses of the verb. To form a perfect tense, ito yung formula na ginagamit natin. Firstly, we must have the subject plus the helping verb has o kaya naman ay have. At ang ating verb na dapat ay nasa past participle or V3. Yung example na binigay ko kanina for the V3 example is V1 is eat or present. V2 or verb 2 which is past tense, ate. And for V3 or the past participle, naging eaten. As I told you, maraming halimbawa ng past participle. Kailangan maging familiar kayo doon. Maaari nyo i-search sa internet o kaya naman sa mga grammar books para maging familiar kayo. Ngayon, saan natin ginagamit ang has at ang have? Take note na ginagamit ang have for subjects I, you, we, they, o anumang plural or maraming mga subjects. On the other hand, ginagamit naman natin ang has na helping verb for the subjects he, she, or it, o anumang singular na subject. Ang present perfect ay may dalawang pinagagamitan. Ang una ay ginagamit siya for experiences. Anong ibig sabihin ng experiences? Mga karanasan. Okay? Let's look at the examples here. The first one is, I have taught. Balikan natin yung formula kung nasunod ba. I is the subject. Since we use I, ang ginamit natin ay have. I have. Plus the verb in past participle or the V3. And the verb in past participle here is taught. The present tense of taught is teach. The past is taught and the past participle is taught. That's why we have, I have taught English to many learners. Ibig sabihin, ito ay karanasan ko. Maaari ko sabihin, I have taught English to many learners in my profession. Pero hindi na nangangailangang sabihin in my profession. Kasi understood na yon na yun ay ginawa ko nung ako ay nasa career ko pa or nasa profession ko bilang isang teacher o bilang isang guro. So, as we look at the timeline here, ibig sabihin, nagpapatuloy siya. Okay? Nagpapatuloy siya. Pero tandaan nyo, hindi tama na magbigay tayo ng tiyak na time expression kasi maiiba na dapat yung tense na gagamitin para doon. Mamaya, ipapaliwanag ko. Another example is, Klein has visited Paris for 4 times. It also talks about experience. Si Klein ay nakabisita sa Paris 4 na beses sa buong buhay niya in his life. Okay? So, it also talks about experience. Kaya ginamitan ng present perfect. And for the last example is, we have seen 5 movies this month. So, it's an experience na naranasan ko ngayong buwan na ito. Kasama ko sila, kami, na makanood ng 5 pelikula. Ang common error ng mga English language learners ay ginagamit ang present perfect together with a definite time expression. Kapag ginagamit po kasi natin ang present perfect, we will just focus on the experience. Pero hindi tamang magbigay tayo kung kailan yung tiyak na nangyari. Let's say for example, pag sinabing, I have taught English to many learners when I was a teacher. Ibig sabihin na kapag turo ako ng English sa maraming mga mag-aaral, noong ako ay teacher pa o noong ako ay nagtuturo pa bilang isang guro, ibig sabihin sa pangungusap na yun, tapos na. Tapos na yung pangyayari na ako ay guro. Maaaring nag-resign na ako, nag-resign na ako at naghanap ng ibang trabaho. Nagbigay ako ng tiyak na time expression noong ako ay nagtatrabaho pa. Pero pansinin nyo, ginamit dun ay I have taught. Kapag nagbigay na kayo ng tiyak na time expression, kung kailan nangyari yun, tapos na, mali na sabihin yung present perfect ang gagamitin. Ang gagamitin kapag ganoon ay simple past. So instead of saying, I have taught, ang sasabihin nyo lang ay, I taught English to many learners when I was still a teacher. Okay? Ganun po, simple past. Dito naman, sa second example, pwedeng sabihin natin, Klein has visited 4 times. Dahil present perfect or it talks about experience. Pero kapag gusto mong magbigay ng tiyak na date or time expression kung kailan nangyari yun, simple past ang gagamitin. Magiging Klein visited. Okay? Klein visited Paris last 2019. Nagbigay ng tiyak na time expression kung kailan nangyari yun, 2019. Kaya simple past yung gagamitin. Maling gamitan ng present perfect. O dito rin, we have seen 5 movies this month. Maaaring sabihin na pag nagbigay ka ng siguradong time expression, gagawin mo ng simple past. It will be, we saw 5 movies last week. So, may tiyak ng time expression which was last week. Kaya ginamit na ay simple past. Always remember, kapag present perfect and it talks about experiences, you don't need to mention the exact time expression. You just have to focus on the experience. Let us now move on to the second and last usage of the present perfect tense, which is for the recent actions or events o sa mga kilos o pangyayari na katatapos lamang. As in, ngayon lamang, mga ilang minuto, ilang sandali lang ang nakalilipas nang matapos siya. Okay? Let's have here an example. I have finished my task. I have finished my task. Let's say, for example, yung task o yung gawain ko ay katatapos ko lang maaaring 30 minutes ago, few minutes ago. Okay? So, that is a recent action. Kaya ginamitan ng present perfect. I have finished. Another example is, Brielle has left her book. Brielle has left her book. So, ibig sabihin sa pangusap na ito na maaaring 30 minutes, an hour ago, o ilang minuto lang ang nakalilipas nang maiwan ni Brielle ang kaniyang aklat. Okay? And lastly, we have the principal has instructed her teachers what to do with the new grading system. So sa pangusap na ito, maaaring nagkaroon ng Google meeting or ng video conference yung principal together with the teachers, with her teachers, at pinag-usapan yung kung paano gagawin o yung mga sistema sa paggawa ng grades in this new normal. Maaaring 10 minutes ago lang yung naging pag-uusap nila or video conference. So that means yun ay isang recent activity, recent event, or action. Pero pansinin natin, tingnan natin itong timeline. So, halos malapit siya sa present or sa now. Dahil nga present perfect, ito yung action. Pansinin natin, meron tayong question mark. Ibig sabihin, walang tiyak na oras kung kailan siya nangyari. Dahil walang tiyak na oras, nag-focus tayo dun sa kilos na katatapos lamang. Pero hindi nangangailangang sabihin o banggitin sa pangungusap kung kailan yung eksaktong oras o exact time expression kung kailan nangyari yon. Dahil kapag nagbanggit na tayo ng tiyak na time expression kung kailan natapos yung kilos, mali nang gamitin ang present perfect. Kapag ganun, ang ginagamit na ay simple past. Let's say, for example, here in number 4, I have finished my task. Kapag nagbanggit na tayo ng siguradong time expression kung kailan natapos yung task, let's say, I have finished my task 2 hours ago. Maling gamitin ang present perfect. Kapag nagbanggit na ng specific time expression, simple past na. Magiging tama siya kung sasabihin natin, I finished my task 2 hours ago. Dahil nagbanggit na tayo ng tiyak na time expression na 2 hours ago. Okay? Dito naman sa number 5, Brielle has left her book. Okay? Brielle has left her book yesterday. Maling sabihin has left her book kung gumamit tayo ng time expression na yesterday dahil nagbigay tayo ng tiyak na time expression. Kung gagamit ka ng tiyak na time expression, palitan mo yung has left ng simple past na left. Brielle left her book yesterday. Okay? And for this last one, the principal has instructed her teachers what to do with the new grading system this morning. Okay? This morning. The principal has instructed her teachers what to do with the new grading system this morning. Kapag gumamit tayo ng this morning, that is a definite time expression. Ibig sabihin, mali nang gamitin yung has instructed or present perfect. Dahil gumamit tayo ng definite time expression, papalitan natin yung has instructed ng simple past na instructed. Magiging the principal instructed her teachers what to do with the new grading system this morning. Okay? Understand? Huwag malilito dyan. Next, talakayin naman natin ang present perfect continuous. Let's now move on to our 6th tense, which is the present perfect continuous. Tinatawag rin itong continuous aspect na to as progressive. So, pwede siyang tawagin present perfect continuous o kaya naman ay present perfect progressive. Okay? May nagawa na akong video for this, which was the has been, have been, and had been. Maaari ninyong i-click itong link sa itaas para mapanood yun. Mas na-elaborate ko dun through my examples. Maaari yung panoorin. Let's continue. The formula that we are using to form a present perfect continuous in our sentence is this. Firstly, we must have the subject. Next is the helping verb has for singular. He, she, it, or any singular subject. O kaya naman have for I, you, we, they, or any plural subject have ang ginagamit, plus been. Okay? Plus the verb in ing form. Saan ginagamit ang present perfect? Ginagamit ang present perfect tense for actions that started in the past and are still continuing o para sa mga kilos na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Tingnan natin itong mga halimbawa. Ang una, I have been waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours or since 3 p.m. Alin man dyan sa dalawang gamitin ninyo ay parehong tama. Ginagamit ang preposition for followed by the span of time. Kung gaano katagal ginawa yung kilos, pwedeng ganon. On the other hand, pwede rin namang gamitin yung since followed by the starting time or starting point kung kailan ginawa yung kilos. Alin man sa dalawang yan ang gagamitin ninyo sa pangungusap kapag gagamitin ng present perfect continuous, parehong tama. Ulitin natin, I have been waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours or since 3 p.m. Ang kilos dito na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang sa kasalukuyan ay itong have been waiting. Okay, let's look at the timeline here. Nagsimula siyang maghintay noong 3 p.m. Okay? At lumipas na yung oras. Lumipas yung oras. Nakatatlong oras na siya. Hanggang ngayon, hanggang ngayon, sa kasalukuyan, naka 3 hours na, tuloy-tuloy. Siya ay naghihintay pa rin doon sa doktor. Naintindihan? Okay. Let us have some more example. Let's read. He has been playing basketball since he was a child or for 15 years. So, ang action dyan na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang sa kasalukuyan ay yung paglalaro niya ng basketball. Let's look at the timeline here. So, let's say na nagsimula in the past, nung bata siya. Sabihin natin 5 years old siya niyan. Nung nagsimula siyang maglaro ng basketball, di ba? Napakahilig niya mag-basketball. 5 taong gulang pa lang, nagba-basketball na. Lumipas ang 15 taon at hanggang sa kasalukuyan, hanggang ngayon, okay? Naglalaro pa rin siya ng basketball. Okay? Lumipas ang 15 years, sabihin natin ngayong 20 years old na siya, naglalaro pa rin siya ng basketball. Let's have more examples. We already have 2 examples. Balikan lang natin saglit. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours or since 3 p.m. Nagsimula yung kilos nung 3 p.m. Okay? At nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon. Ikalawang sentence natin is, he has been playing basketball since he was a child or for 15 years. Ibig sabihin, noong bata siya or sabihin natin 5 years old siya, that was 15 years ago, ay nagsimula na siyang maglaro ng basketball at hanggang ngayon, 15 taon na nakalilipas, sabihin natin 20 years old na siya, ay naglalaro pa rin siya ng basketball. Ito pa yung ibang halimbawa. Kriza has been learning English for 6 months or since last July. So, yung kilos natin na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon ay yung pag-aaral ni Kriza ng English subject. Okay? At nagsimula yun in the past, last July, at nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon. And it runs for almost 6 months na. Understand? Next and last one is, we have been living. Okay? Ito yung ginamit natin. We have been living in this city for 25 years or since 1995. That was the year I was born, since 1995. So, ibig sabihin, nung taong 1995, nagsimula yung kilos sa nakaraan. Noong 1995, nandito na kami nakatira sa lugar na ito, sa syudad na ito, at nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon. 25 years na. Understand? Ano yung common error for the present perfect continuous or yung tinatawag din natin present perfect progressive? Karaniwan, akala ng iba, pwedeng gamitin yung present continuous. Let's say, for example, I have been waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours or since 3 p.m., yung ginagawa ng iba, instead ng present perfect continuous, ginagamitan ng present continuous. Nagiging, I am waiting to see the doctor for 3 hours or since 3 p.m. Ang ginamit ay, I am waiting instead of, I have been waiting. That is wrong. Okay? Bakit? Dahil ginagamit nga lang natin ng present continuous kung yung kilos ay kasalukuyang nangyayari ngayon, recently. Pero dahil sa sentence natin na ito ay tumukoy tayo sa kilos na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon, maling gamitin ang I am waiting. Okay? The correct one is this, I have been waiting. Dito rin, maling sabihin na he is playing basketball since he was a child or for 15 years. Maling sabihin na he is playing basketball. Bakit? Dahil tumukoy ka doon sa kilos na nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Hindi siya tumutukoy sa kilos na nangyayari ngayon mismo. That's wrong. Okay? Kaya present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive ang ginagamit. Now this time, let us discuss the past perfect. Let's move on to our tense number 7, the past perfect. Yes, past perfect tense. Pero bago ko talakayin yung pasikot-sikot niya, tingnan muna natin itong dalawang halimbawang ibibigay ko. The first one we have here is, when we got to the mall. When we got to the mall, the concert started. When we got to the mall, the concert started. Ibig sabihin, nung nakarating kami sa mall, nagsimula na yung konsyerto. Okay? Pansinin natin sa pangungusap na yun, may dalawang action. Ano yung una? Nung kami nakarating sa mall. Okay? Nakarating kami sa mall, yun yung una. Ano yung pangalawang action na nangyari? Nagsimula yung concert. Okay? Sa pangungusap na ito, ang ginamit lang nating tense of the verb is past simple. Past simple lang ang ginagamit kapag may dalawang magkasunod lang na nangyari. Okay? Tingnan natin itong timeline natin. This is for the past, for the present or now, and for the future. Okay? Ang una nating kilos na nangyari ay When we got to the mall, yan yung unang kilos na nangyari. Ito siya. Ano yung ikalawang nangyari? The concert started. Yan yung ikalawa. Kapag ganyan po, kapag past simple lang ang ginamit, okay? May dalawang kilos lang na magkasunod. Pero, ginagamit na natin ay past perfect. Tingnan natin itong halimbawa. When we got to the mall, the concert had started. When we got to the mall, the concert had started. Itong had started ay past perfect. Sa pangungusap na ito, kung unawain natin, ang unang kilos na nangyari ay the concert had started. Nagsimula na yung konsyerto. Okay? Yan yung unang nangyari sa pangungusap. Ito siya. Siya yung unang nangyari, the first action. Okay? Nung nagsimula na yung konsyerto, saka lamang kami nakarating sa mall. At iyan yung pangalawang kilos na nangyari. Ginagamit na natin ang past perfect tense of the verb kapag gusto nating linawin kung ano yung naunang kilos o kung ano yung mas naunang kilos sa dalawang kilos na nagsimula at natapos sa nakaraan. Let's move on to more of its elements. Halika kayo, alamin natin. Saan nga ba talaga ginagamit ang past perfect tense? Ginagamit natin ang past perfect for the first past action. Okay? Siya yung unang kilos na natapos sa nakaraan. Okay? Kapag may dalawa pa o higit pa na kilos na nangyari sa nakaraan. Ano yung formula para makabuo tayo ng past perfect sa ating sentence? We need the subject first, followed by the helping verb had, action verb, in past participle or V3 version. Okay? Past participle. Ito yung halimbawang nabigay ko kanina. When we got to the mall, the concert had started. Ang unang kilos dyan na natapos ay yung concert. The concert had started. Yan yung unang kilos na natapos. At nung natapos yan, na unang matapos yan, saka lamang kami dumating sa mall. Okay? Next example is, I was full because I had eaten much earlier. I was full because I had eaten much earlier. Busog na ako. Yun yung sinabi, busog na ako dahil ang dami kong nakain kanina. Ang dami kong nakain kanina, sarap ng ulam. Yung unang action dito na natapos sa nakaraan ay I had eaten much earlier. Marami akong nakain kanina, nung maaga. Okay? Yan yung unang kilos. Ito siya. Siya yung unang natapos. Nung marami akong nakain kanina umaga, natapos na yun, yung kasunod naman ay busog na ako. Yun yung ikalawang kilos na nangyari. Okay? Now, let's have the last example. The man looked very familiar. I had seen him somewhere before. Okay? So, gaya nga ng sabi ko, ginagamit natin ang past perfect kapag tumutukoy tayo sa unang kilos na nagsimula at natapos sa nakaraan sa isang pangungusap na may dalawa o higit pa na kilos na natapos sa nakaraan. Okay? Dito, dahil ito yung ginamitan natin ng past perfect, ito yung naunang kilos na natapos. I had seen him before. Ibig sabihin, nakita ko na siya sa kung saan man dati. Yun yung unang kilos. Kaya naman ngayon, mukha siyang pamilyar sa akin. Okay? Tandaan nyo, yung unang kilos na natapos sa nakaraan, siya yung ginagamitan ng past perfect. And the other actions na natapos din sa nakaraan, nakasunod ng past perfect, ginagamit na lang ay simple past. Such as this one, and this one. Ang kasunod naman na tatalakayin natin ay past perfect continuous. Let us now move on to our 8th tense, which is the past perfect continuous o yung tinatawag din nating past perfect progressive. By the way, kasama rin to dun sa tinalakay ko na lesson for has been, have been, and had been. Yes, had been. Kung di nyo pa napapanood yun, mas mainam na mapanood nyo rin para mas malinawan kayo dito sa past perfect continuous. Saan nga ba ginagamit ang past perfect continuous or progressive? Ginagamit siya for the first continuous past action in the sentence. So, ibig sabihin, kapag sinabing first, may pangalawa. Ginagamit ang past perfect continuous kapag may dalawang kilos na nangyari sa nakaraan at natapos din sa nakaraan. Pero ginagamit itong tense na past perfect continuous doon sa unang kilos. Ano yung formula para makabuo nito? Ito po. Una, kailangan natin ng subject. Ano man yung subject, singular man o plural, kapag past perfect continuous, ang ginagamit lang natin ay had been. Okay? And of course, the verb in ing form or continuous or progressive form. Let's look at the example here. The number 1 is, I felt really tired because I had been working all day. I felt really tired because I had been working all day. Ibig sabihin, nakaramdam ako ng sobrang pagod dahil nagtatrabaho ako ng buong araw. Alin dito yung kilos na ginamitan ng past perfect continuous? Eto po, I had been working all day. Ibig sabihin, if we will look at the timeline here, yan yung kilos na ito, had been working. Nagsimula siya sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy sa nakaraan. At nung kalagitnaan, nung kilos na yon, had been working all day, anong nangyari? Nakaramdam siya ng sobrang pagod. Pansinin natin, yung unang nagpapatuloy na kilos, the first continuous action in the past, ginamitan ng past perfect. At yung ikalawang kilos na natapos naman sa nakaraan, simple past na lang ang ginamit, which is this one. Let's have another example. He had been waiting for 3 hours when the doctor finally arrived. He had been waiting for 3 hours when the doctor finally arrived. Ibig sabihin, naghihintay na siya sa loob ng 3 oras nang dumating sa wakas ang manggagamot o ang doktor. Ano yung kilos na ginamitan ng past perfect continuous? This one, he had been waiting. Ibig sabihin, ito yung naunang kilos sa pangungusap na siya ay naghihintay. Okay? Nagsimula sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy yung paghihintay niya. Nung kalagitnaan ng paghihintay niya, ano yung pangalawang kilos na natapos din sa nakaraan? Yung pagdating sa wakas ng doktor. This is the timeline. Nagsimula sa nakaraan yung paghihintay niya, nagpapatuloy, at nung kalagitnaan sa nakaraang panahon, finally, dumating na yung doktor. Again, that is the usage of our past perfect continuous. Before we move on to our future tenses of the verb, let's have a short review of our perfect tenses. For the present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive, for the past perfect, and for the past perfect continuous, let us see the difference. For the present perfect, this is the example. I have watched the movie. I have watched the movie. It means, nanood ako ng movie, ngayon lang, as in katatapos lamang. Ito siya kung titingnan natin sa timeline. Okay? At dahil may question mark, hindi tayo dapat magbanggit ng tiyak na time expression kung kailan siya nangyari. That is for the present perfect. For the present perfect continuous, gagawin natin itong present perfect continuous, magiging, I have been watching the movie for half an hour. Ibig sabihin, nagsimula yung panunood ko sa nakaraan at nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon at nakaka 30 minutes na akong nanonood. Next is for the past perfect. We have, when I left for work, I had watched the movie. So, ang ginamitan dyan ng past perfect is this. I had watched the movie. Nanood ako ng movie. Yan yung unang kilos na natapos. At yung pangalawang kilos na natapos din sa nakaraan ay yung umalis ako para magtrabaho. Okay? Nanood ako ng movie and after nun, umalis ako para magtrabaho. Lastly, for the past perfect continuous or progressive, we have when the telephone rang, I had been watching the movie for half an hour. Okay, ang ginamitan dyan ng ating past perfect continuous is this one. Dahil ito yung unang kilos na nagpapatuloy sa nakaraan at natapos sa nakaraan, I had been watching. So, nagsimula yung panunood ko sa nakaraan, nagpapatuloy siya sa nakaraan, nung kalagitnaan ng panunood ko, tumunog yung telepono. Okay? So, maaari yung i-pause saglit itong video na ito para mas maunawaan nyo itong pagkakaiba nitong 4 na tinalakay kong perfect tenses. This time, let us proceed to our future tenses. Unahin natin ang ating future simple. Let's move on to our tense number 9, which is the future simple. Future simple, mayroon tayong 3 forms na ginagamit for the future simple. The first one, we have going to. The second one is the present continuous or present progressive. May ing sa hulihan ng verb, and will. Alamin natin kung saan or paano sila ginagamit. Unahin natin going to. Let us have the first form of the future simple, which is going to. Kapag ginagamit natin ang going to for future simple, tumutukoy ito sa mga plano o intention. Yes, for the plans and intentions. So, pag sinabing plano, yung balak gawin, yung naiisipang gawin o yung gustong matupad sa mga susunod na araw, susunod na linggo. Okay? Paano natin fino-formulate ang future simple using going to? Ito po yung formula. We have the subject plus am if the subject is I, is if the subject is singular, or if the subject is plural, plus going to, plus the base form of the verb. So that is our formula. These are the examples. We have, we are going to buy a house. That is a plan, plano. We are going to buy a house. Obviously, yan ay isang plano. Okay, nagpaplano kami na bumili ng bahay. Next is, I am going to practice yoga every day. So, ako ay nagpaplano na mag-yoga na ako araw-araw. Sana matupad. Number 3, Angel is going to take a leave from work. Angel is going to take a leave from work. Okay? That shows intention or plan. Nagpaplano si Angel o intensyon niya na mag-request ng leave o pansamantalang pamamahinga sa kanyang trabaho. Again, ginagamit ang going to for the future simple kung ito ay tumutukoy sa mga plano o intensyon. Kayo, ano yung mga plano ninyo? In the future, subukan nyo ang gumawa ng pangungusap gamit itong first form of future simple using going to. Let us now have the second form of our future simple, which is the present continuous, or yung nilalagyan nga ng ing sa verb. Okay? Ginagamit itong present continuous form of the future simple for fixed arrangements. Ibig sabihin, sa mga kilos o mga bagay na may tiyak ng panahon kung kailan gagawin. Okay? Tingnan natin itong paraan kung paano mag-formulate ng ating future simple using present continuous. Una, kailangan ng subject plus am, o kaya naman is, o kaya naman are, depende sa subject, plus the verb in ing form. Tingnan natin itong ating halimbawa. I am having lunch with my in-laws on Sunday. Ang ginamit dito ay present continuous na I am having. Bakit? Dahil ito po, sa pangungusap na ito, ay may fixed arrangement. Bakit? Paano nangyari? Dahil yung lunch na magaganap kasama yung mga in-laws ko ay magaganap, fixed na magaganap siya sa linggo. As simple as that. Next example. We are going to Laguna tomorrow. We are going to Laguna tomorrow. Ang ating present continuous dito ay we are going. Are going, dahil ang subject natin ay we. Bakit siya naging fixed arrangement? Dahil may tiyak, may fixed na panahon o date kung kailan siya magaganap. Kailan? Bukas. Fixed na siya na magaganap bukas. Okay? And the last example we have is Jonas is giving a proposal to the board members on the 30th. Okay? On the 30th. So, dito, ginamit pa rin natin ay present continuous dahil ito, sa pangungusap na ito, ay may fixed arrangement. Ano yung fixed arrangement na yon? Na yung gagawing pagbibigay ni Jonas ng proposal sa mga board members ay magaganap sa 30th. Ano ibig sabihin ng 30th? 30th of this month, of January, or 30th of the month. Fix yung date na yon. That is a fixed arrangement. Before we proceed to our third and last form of the future simple, let's try to differentiate first the first two, which are the going to and present continuous, to see the difference. Okay? Let's read. I am going to see the architect sometime next month. In this first sentence, ang ginamit natin ay going to dahil mayroong plano. May plano na imimit ko o makikita ko yung arkitekto sa susunod na buwan. Walang tiyak pero sa susunod na buwan, walang tiyak na araw. Pero may plano na sa susunod na buwan. Dito naman sa ikalawa ay, I am seeing the architect tomorrow morning. There is a fixed arrangement, kaya ang ginamit ay present continuous. Another examples, we are going to get married next year. May plano na magpapaksal kami sa susunod na taon. Okay? ginamit ay going to. Okay? Dahil mayroong plano. While, on the other hand, dito naman sa pangalawang halimbawa, we are getting married on December 27th. We are getting married on December 27th. Ang ginamit rito ay present continuous dahil may fixed arrangement. May tiyak na petsa kung kailan gagawin yung kilos. Naintindihan? The third and last form of the future simple is will. Ginagamit ang will for instant decisions, offers, and promises. Instant decisions, desisyon na ngayon mo lang mismo naisip gawin. Offers, at mga pangako. Ngayon, ito yung form na sinusunod natin to formulate future simple tense with the use of will. We have the subject plus the will plus the verb in its base form. Okay? Let's have your examples. May I take your order? At ang sagot mo, yes, I will have the spaghetti and fries combo, please. So that is an instant decision na ngayon mo lang mismo naisip dahil tinatanong kanya ngayon kung anong order mo. Next, number 2. Someone is knocking the door. Someone is knocking the door. I will open it. Dahil may kumakatok ngayon sa pintuan, ang instant decision na naisip mo ay bubuksan mo ito. Okay? Next, these documents are really heavy. Itong mga kapapilang ito, mga dokumentong ito ay talaga mabigat. Okay? And then, sabi ng kasama mo, I will help you with them. That is an offer. In-offer niya, natutulungan ka niya. Okay? I will help you with them. Next example for offer is, it's hard to book a Grab at this time kasi gabi na, ang hirap na mag-book sa Grab. Okay? I will give you a ride home. Nag-offer siya na ihahatid ka na niya sa bahay ninyo. That is also an offer. How about for promises? These are the examples of our future simple tense using the form will for promises. Let's have the number 5. Can you lend me 5,000 pesos? I will pay you back next month. I will pay you back next month. So that is a promise. Nangako ka na babayaran, ibabalik mo yung hinira mong 5,000 piso sa susunod na buwan. Another example for promise is this. Thank you for your message. Salamat sa mensahe mo. I will respond within the day. Sasagot ako ngayong araw na ito. Nangako ka na sasagot ka sa mensahe niya sa araw na ito. Understand? Lastly, ginagamit din natin ang future simple tense in making predictions. And in making predictions, ang ginagamit nating form ay ang will and going to. Pero mayroon silang pagkakaiba, alamin natin. Ginagamit ang will for predictions based on knowledge or personal experience. So kung meron kang prediction, pag sinabi nating prediction, yung makikita mong mangyayari sa hinaharap. Okay? Or ang termino natin sa Pilipino ay yung hinuhulaan mong mangyayari sa hinaharap. Will ang gagamitin kapag yung sa palagay mong mangyayari sa hinaharap ay batay sa nalalaman mo. O kaya naman, batay sa sarili mong karanasan. Sa kabilang banda, ginagamit naman natin ang going to kapag yung prediction or yung hinuhulaan ng mangyayari sa hinaharap ay nakabatay sa isang bagay na nangyayari sa kasalukuyan. Let us look at these examples. For the will, we have, I think Philippines will win in the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Ang ginamit natin dito ay will win or yung will form ng future simple. Bakit? Dahil sa pangungusap na ito, itong prediction mo na mananalo ang Philippines sa 2023 FIBA World Cup ay dahil alam mo na sila ay nagsasanay at sila ay talagang mahusay. Based on your knowledge, okay? Another example is, you should watch Pride and Prejudice. I'm sure you will love it. You will love it. Will love. Ang ginamit natin dito ay will dahil itong number 2 example natin ay prediction mo batay sa sarili mong karanasan. Bakit? Dahil maaaring napanood mo na yung pelikulang yun at sigurado ka na magugustuhan niya kapag napanood niya rin. Understand? Now, let's proceed to our predictions or making predictions using the going to form of future simple. Tandaan, ginagamit ang going to kung ang prediction ay batay sa mga bagay na nakikita mo na nangyayari ngayon sa kasalukuyan. Ito ang halimbawa natin. Look at the sky. It is going to rain soon. So, ayan ay kasalukuyang nangyayari. Tumingin ka sa kalangitan at nakita mong madilim ang mga ulap, tila mabigat. Maya-maya, babagsak na ang ulan. Okay? So, that is based on something that is happening at the present. Second and last example is this. Daddy is going to be really happy when he sees my project. Ang ginamit natin dito ay is going to be. Is going to be really happy. Bakit yan? Dahil yung prediction na narito sa pangungusap na ito ay isang bagay na nakikita mong nangyayari ngayon. Dahil alam mo na maganda yung kinalabasan ng project mo, kaya sigurado ka na pag nakita ng daddy mo yon ay matutuwa siya. Maaari mong i-pause o ihito saglit itong video na ito para mas maunawaan mo ba ang pagkakaiba nila. Bago tayo mag-proceed sa susunod nating tense of the verb, reviewin muna natin itong mga tinalakay ko for the future simple dahil marami-rami sila. Balikan muna natin isa-isa. Yung ating future simple using the three different forms, going to, present continuous or ing form of the verb, at will. Isa-isahin natin. The first one is, we are going to buy a house. Ginagamit ang going to form when we talk about a plan. Okay? Next is, I am having lunch with my in-laws on Sunday. Ginagamit naman natin ang present continuous or the ing form of the verb kapag mayroong fixed arrangement. Understand? Next is, I will have the spaghetti and fries combo, please. Ginagamit naman ang will kapag mayroong instant decision. Okay? Next, I will help you with those documents. Ginagamit din ang will kapag tumutukoy sa offer. Last two, ito yung pinagagamitan ng prediction. I think Philippines will win in the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Okay, ginagamit natin ang will form of the future simple tense for prediction. Prediction based on your knowledge or personal experience. And another, ginagamit din for predictions ang ating future simple, pero ang form naman ay going to kapag yung prediction mo ay based sa present situation. Okay? Such as, look at the sky, it is going to rain soon. Understand? Maaari nyo i-pause saglit yung video and mag-isip na rin kayo ng halimbawa ninyo using these different purposes in using the future simple. Huwag kayo mahiyang ilagay sa comment section sa ibaba. Next, mag-proceed naman tayo sa ating future continuous. We are now here on our 10th tense, which is the future continuous. For the future continuous, ang ginagamit nating formula is this. Firstly, we must have the subject plus will and be. Will be plus the verb in ing form. Okay? Mayroon tayong dalawang pinagagamitan ng future continuous or maaari rin niyang tawagin bilang future progressive. Ano po yung pinagagamitan? Eto. Una, ginagamit siya for ongoing actions in the future o mga kilos na nagpapatuloy na ginagawa sa hinaharap sometime in the future. This is the first example. At 7 a.m. tomorrow, I will be driving to Quezon City. At 7 a.m. tomorrow, I will be driving to Quezon City. So, i-analyze natin. Bukas, ng 7 a.m., magdadrive ako patungong Quezon City. Tingnan natin itong timeline. So, dito, sa present, kunyari, kinabukasan na nga, sumapit na yung kinabukasan. Sa present, sabihin natin, alas 6 ng umaga. Okay? Alas 6 ng umaga bukas. At bago ka makarating sa Quezon City, marami kang unang gagawin, marami kang pagdadaanan. Pero nung pagsapit na ng alas 7 ng umaga, ginagawa mo na yung pagdadrive patungo sa Quezon City. At nagpapatuloy yun in the future o sa hinaharap, wala kang tiyak na oras kung hanggang kailan siya matatapos. The action is continuing in the future. Second example is this. Let's say na nag-uusap kayo ng mga katrabaho mo At may inaalok sa'yo na seminar na maaari mong attendan this coming weekend or this coming Saturday, and they will ask you this way: do you want to join the seminar on Saturday? At sumagot ka ng, I can't. I will be working until late. Okay? Yung late na yun, tinutukoy mo ay hanggang gabi ng Sabado, ay magtatrabaho ka pa rin dahil marami kang kailangang tapusin. Let's look at these timeline here. So, in the past, sabihin natin, during the afternoon, ayan. Nung magagabi na, in the future, okay, ay nagtatrabaho ka pa rin. Okay? Nagtatrabaho ka pa rin until late in the evening. Walang tiyak na oras kung hanggang anong oras ka matatapos, pero ongoing action siya in the future. Yung pagtatrabaho mo hanggang late ng gabi ng Sabado ngayon. Maaari mong i-pause saglit itong video na ito para mas maunawaan. The first usage I gave you for the future continuous is for continuous action in the future. But aside from that, ginagamit din natin ang future continuous for fixed or routine events. These are the examples. I will be staying at the Manila Hotel. Sabihin natin, babiyahe ka pa Manila, magdadrive ka patungo sa Manila, at may fixed arrangement or may fixed kang gagawin doon. At ano yon? I will be staying at the Manila Hotel. I will be staying at the Manila Hotel. That is a fixed arrangement. Pero tama rin sabihin na I am staying at the Manila Hotel, o kaya naman, I am going to stay at the Manila Hotel. Okay? And another example is, maaaring inaya ka ng kaibigan mo na tutungo sa Starbucks. Okay? At inano ka niya, gusto mo ba na hatiran ka niya ng kape o ibili ka niya ng paborito mong kape sa Starbucks? You might say, I'm going to Starbucks. Do you want me to bring you coffee? At sumagot ka na, thanks for your offer but don't bother. I will be going there later myself. So, maaari natin sabihin na itong sinabi mo, I will be going there later myself is a routine na ginagawa mo na ikaw lang mag-isa ang pumupunta doon. Maaaring kapag busy o may nais kang tapusin na gawain. Okay? Tama rin sabihin na I am going there later myself. For the last part, we have two remaining tenses. We have the future perfect and the future perfect continuous. In this part, sabay natin silang tatalakayin para makita natin at maipag-compare dahil dito karaniwang nagkakamali ang English language learners. We have the future perfect and the future perfect continuous. Finally, we are on the last two tenses of the verb, which are the future perfect and future perfect continuous, or tinatawag ding future perfect progressive. And in these last two tenses, tatalakayin ko sila ng sabay para mapagkumpara natin. Because they have similarities as well as differences na mas mauunawaan natin kung sabay natin tatalakayin. Una, ang future perfect ay ginagamit natin for the completed actions in the future o mga kilos na natapos o nakumpleto sa hinaharap or in the future. Ano yung formula para makabuo tayo ng future perfect? Ito yung sinusunod nating formula. Firstly, we must have the subject followed by will have. Will have plus the verb in past participle or the verb 3 or V3 kung tawagin. Okay? Ano yung example natin dito? Sabihin natin, ayan, yung magandang yan, si Paige. Si Paige ay nagdesisyon noong December na mag-ipon ng 1K monthly or 1,000 pesos monthly. Magsa-start daw siya na pagsabit ng January 2021. At eto na nga, nagsimula na siyang mag-ipon. At ginawa niya yung pag-iipon ng 1,000 monthly sa loob ng 10 buwan. Kaya naman, pagsapit ng October ng taong ito, mayroon na si Paige na 10,000 pesos. So in this sentence, basahin natin. By October, Paige will have saved 10,000 pesos. Ginamitan natin dito ng future perfect. Tingnan natin itong timeline. So nandito tayo sa future. Sa future tayo. So in the future, on October 2021 this year, October of this year, mayroon nang na-save or naipon si Paige na 10,000 pesos. Okay? At kung babalikan natin, nagsimula siya noong December at lumipas yung 10 buwan nung pagsapit noong October 2021. Okay, that is in the future, hindi pa nagaganap. Pero alam natin na matatapos yung kilos na yon on that particular or specific time in the future. Ang ginamit natin for that is future perfect. In the first sentence, nag-focus tayo dun sa amount ng pera na maiipon ni Paige pagsapit ng October. Okay? Pero kung gusto niyo naman nang mag-focus doon sa kung gaano katagal niyang gagawin yung pag-iipon na matatapos by October, hindi na future perfect ang gagamitin. For that, ang gagamitin na natin ay future perfect continuous. Okay? Ang future perfect continuous ay tinatawag rin future perfect progressive. Ginagamit siya for ongoing action in the future with duration o ginagamit para sa mga nagpapatuloy na kilos sa hinaharap na mayroong tiyak na timeline o duration kung gaano katagal siya ginagawa. Alamin muna natin ano yung formula, paano siya bubuuin. Firstly, we must have the subject plus will have been. Pansinin natin, sa future perfect, we only have will have. But for the future perfect continuous, we have will have been plus the ing form of the verb. Samantalang sa future perfect kanina, we have the past participle or V3 of the verb. Okay? Ngayon, tingnan natin itong pangungusap. By October, Paige will have been saving money for 10 months. Dito sa pangungusap na ito, kung unawain natin, nag-focus tayo sa duration of time or kung gaano katagal gagawin ni Paige yung pag-iipon. Let's look at the timeline here. This is the past, present or now, and the future. Dito tayo sa future part. Okay? So, nagsimula siyang mag-ipon in the future dahil pinlano niya ang pag-iipon noong December. So, in the future, nag-start siya ng January at nagpatuloy, lilipas ang mga buwan, lilipas ang 10 buwan. Pagdating ng October, siya ay 10 buwan nang nag-iipon. Naunawaan ba ninyo? Maaari ninyong i-pause saglit yung video para mas maunawaan ko ninyo. Let us have one more example for each of these tense. For the future perfect, let's say, me and my brother, yes, ako kasama yung kapatid kong lalaki, ay nagpaplano na bukas. Oo, bukas kasi ay Sabado at nagpaplano kami na pinturahan yung kwarto. So, dahil gusto pa namin matulog ng mahaba, late na kami magigising at nagpaplano kami umpisahan yung pagpipintura ng kwarto around 10 a.m. Okay, sabihin natin matatapos kami around 6 p.m. Okay, bukas ng gabi, 6 in the evening tomorrow. And pagsapit ng 6 in the evening tomorrow, that will take 8 hours. 8 hours kaming nagpipintura ng kwarto bago matapos. Paano siya gagamitin sa pangungusap? Tingnan natin to. By 6 p.m., we will have painted the room. Okay? In the timeline here, in the future part, dito tayo sa future, bukas ng 6 p.m., yes, 6 p.m. yan ha, bukas ng 6 p.m., tapos na. Napinturahan na yung kwarto. Kung babalikan, around 10 a.m. siya inumpisahan yung gagawin namin pagpipintura bukas. Okay? In the first sentence, nag-focus tayo doon sa action na matatapos in the future. Okay? Na mapipinturahan yung kwarto pagsapit ng alas 6 ng gabi. Pero paano naman kapag gusto na nating mag-focus kung gaano katagal gagawin yung action na pagpipintura ng kwarto? Gagamitan na natin ngayon ng future perfect continuous. This will be the sentence. By 6 p.m., we will have been painting the room for 8 hours. Ayan ha. We will have been painting. That is future perfect continuous. Let's look at the timeline para mas maunawaan natin. So in the timeline here, in the future part, dito tayo sa future part, umpisahan siya bukas ng 10 a.m. yung pagpipintura. At lilipas yung oras bukas, pagsapit bukas ng alas 6, sa palagay namin, tapos na namin yung pagpipintura ng kwarto, ay kakain ng 8 oras. Okay? So again, we focus on the duration of time kung gaano tatagal yung kilos na mangyayari at matatapos sa hinaharap. Understand? Huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi ganun ka-common na ginagamit itong huling dalawa na ito, yung tinatawag nating future perfect or future perfect continuous. Hindi rin naman siya ganun kahirap. Ano ang maisasuggest ko sa inyo? In time, mas matututunan niyo pa siya, lalo kung kayo ay mahilig magbasa at kapag lagi niyong ginagamit, kapag kayo ay susulat, or kapag ipapractice ninyo. Most especially into written activities. Dahil dun talaga kayo mahahasa. Hangad ko na marami kayong natutunan mula sa video na ito, ngayong araw na ito, and of course, para makita ko kung marami nga ba kayong natutunan, I didn't prepare any quiz, but I would ask you this task. Nais kong magbigay kayo ng tig-isa lamang na halimbawa. Tig-isang sentence lang sa bawat tense na itinuro ko ngayong araw na ito. So, I am expecting that you will put your 12 different sentences having the 12 different tenses. Huwag kayong mahiya na ilagay yung sagot niyo sa ating comment section sa ibaba, and I will try my very best to read them and check them one by one. Those are the 12 tenses of the verb. Napakarami natin tinalakay at napagod ako ng konti. Let us inhale and exhale for a while. Inhale. Exhale. Congratulations! We're done with that lesson. And as I promised you, gagawin ko ng bukod na lesson ang bawat isang tense of the verb na tinalakay ko ngayon para mas maipaunawa ko pa sa inyo. And if you learned something o kung marami kayong natutunan sa video na ito at yun ang hangad ko na marami akong naibahaging kaalaman sa inyo about the tenses of the verb, I am inviting you to give it a thumbs up and of course, to share it with your friends, with your sisters, brothers, or other family members para matutunan din nila. Okay? At kung hindi pa kayo bahagi ng ating YouTube community of English learners, I am inviting you to subscribe here into my channel. Yes, click the subscribe button below and also ring the notification bell para lagi kayong katanggap ng ating new videos weekly or every time na mag-upload ako. And now this time, let us have our shoutout time! Una nating shoutout ay ito. Hindi ko talaga malimutan itong nag-comment na ito. Of all the many comments na nababasa ko, isa ito sa pumukaw sa damdamin ko and I was really teary-eyed nung nabasa ko ito dahil ito yung sabi niya. Shoutout sa'yo, Joy Palma. Sabi niya, thank you po, Teacher Aubrey. Ang dami ko pong natutunan sa'yo. Hindi po ako nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral dahil kapos sa budget. Pero dahil sa'yo, nabuhayan po ako ng pag-asa. Ay, lagi po ako nag-take down notes sa bawat mga lesson mo para po pag nakalimutan ko, matingin lang ako sa papel, matatandaan ko na po ulit. Pag nakatapos po ng pag-aaral ang mga kapatid ko, ako naman po ang mag-aaral. Thank you po and God bless. Ang galing-galing mo pong magturo. Lalo po akong naging desididong mag-aral. Ayan, sobra akong na-inspire dahil nakapag-inspire pala ako ng mga katulad mo na huminto sa pag-aaral dahil nagpaubaya sa mga ibang kapatid nila. And I am praying and hoping na makapagtapos ka rin. Ito pa sabi niya, mula simula nakasubscribe na po ako sa'yo. Kaya lang po, nahihiya lang po ako mag-comment. Pati po yung na-take down notes ko sa papel, nilagay ko na po sa cellphone. Pinicturean ko po para lagi kong dala. Ayan, maraming salamat, Joy Palma. I always and I will pray all the best for you at sa magiging career mo. Nawa ay makapagtapos ka ng pag-aaral. Mag-iingat ka palagi. God bless you. Next naman, i-shoutout natin ay si Jovi Apap. Sabi niya, it's very nice, ma'am. I learned. Hehe. Watching from Jeddah. Ayan, mag-iingat po kayong lagi dyan sa Jeddah. God bless you po. Next naman, i-shoutout natin si Daisy Fabros. Hello, Daisy Fabros. Hi, watching from Canada. Mag-iingat po kayong lagi dyan sa Canada. Next, i-shoutout natin si Cupida Cardanio. Hello, Cupida Cardanio. Sabi niya, thanks, Teacher Aubrey. Watching from Dubai, I like the way you speak po. I always watch your video. Dami kong natutunan and more improvement to speak lalo na po sa grammar ko. Ayan, I'm happy na nag-i-improve ka sa tulong ng videos ko. Mag-iingat kayo lagi dyan sa Dubai, most especially ikaw, Cupida Cardiano. Maraming salamat po. Next naman, i-shoutout natin si Erwin Patron. Sabi niya pa, shoutout po, Erwin from Saudi. Ang galing mo po mag-teach or magturo. Thank you, Erwin. Mag-iingat kayo lagi dyan sa Saudi Arabia. Maraming salamat sa iyo. Next naman, shoutout natin si Rosalia Bibar. Hello, Rosalia Bibar. Nag-enjoy po ako, teacher. Super galing, super ganda. Watching from Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hello po. Ang daming nag-comment. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, from Jeddah, from Dammam, or from other parts of Saudi. Mag-ingat po kayong lagi dyan. Maraming salamat, Rosalia Bibar. Next naman, shoutout natin si Believer72. Hello, Believer72. Congratulations on a successful channel. Maraming salamat po. I used to teach English as a second language or ESL. I really enjoyed it. Maraming salamat, Believer72 from Louisiana, USA. Hello po sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin dyan sa Louisiana, USA. Hindi ko alam kung tama yung pronunciation. Thank you, Believer72. Next naman, a shoutout natin si Francia Bautista. Hello po, Nanay Francia Bautista. I learned a lot from this lesson. Thanks so much, Ma'am Aubrey. You are a great teacher. I am 58 years old. Wow, I appreciate so much yung mga may edad na po na nanonood sa channel ko. Hangad ko po na makapagbahagi sa inyo ng kaalaman. Salamat po, Nanay Francia Bautista. Next naman, i-shoutout natin si Jofel Tabihe. Hello, Jofel Tabihe. Sabi niya, hello po, Teacher Aubrey. Kumusta po? Okay lang naman ako. New subscriber po ako from Kawayan City, Isabela. Ayan, hello po sa lahat ng mga taga Isabela. Napanood ko po lahat ng mga lessons na na-discuss mo po sa videos mo. Ang gaganda po. Kasing ganda po ng teacher na nag-explain. Ayan, mataas grade mo sa akin, ha? I like the way you talk, the way you pronounce the word po. At sana po, ma-shoutout niyo po ako sa next video niyo po, Teacher Aubrey. Ayan, shoutout na kita, Jofel Tabihe. Thanks po, stay safe and God bless. Mag-iingat kayo lagi dyan sa Kawayan, Isabela. God bless you, Jofel Tabihe. Next naman, i-shoutout natin si OFW Lutong Pinoy in Canada. Ayan, nasa Canada siya. This is very encouraging way of teaching. Thanks, Madam Aubrey, watching and supporting you from Canada. Mag-ingat po kayong lahat dyan ng mga kababayan natin sa Canada, most especially to you, OFW Lutong Pinoy in Canada. And lastly, shoutout natin si Benji Libiran Vlog. Hello, Benji Libiran Vlog. Napakarami niyang comments sa maraming videos ko. Nagsagot talaga siya dun sa mga exercises and short quizzes. And I appreciate that. Sabi niya, I was so glad when I watched Ma'am Aubrey. And I'm really glad that you answered the quizzes. Maraming salamat sa'yo, Benji Libiran Vlog. And that's the end of our shoutout for this video lesson. At hangad ko lamang po na mas lumawak pa ang ating community of learners here na mas matututo ng English language, English grammar, and most especially mag-improve at magamit in real life ang English. Okay? At kaya naman, lagi kong pinapaalala sa inyo na anuman ang edad ninyo, anuman ang katayuan ninyo sa buhay, anuman ang narating ninyo, ay hindi imposible na kayo ay matuto. Basta po, lagi ninyong pagsasanayan. Okay? Till my next Learning English video. Bye for now!